Hello guys, welcome back to another car talk. So today's car talk, I wanted to talk about something a little more personal, religious. I wanted to talk about sins and addictions, and I believe to get into this, I wanted to talk about, for a while, I've always been a non-believer. Until recently, I've went back to Catholicism and went back to becoming religious with God. And right now, I'm in the beginning stages of, growing my relationship with the Lord. And one thing that's helped a lot, because I used to sin. I mean, I still sin. We all sin. We're all dirty, rotten sinners. But you strive your best to try not to sin, But a few things, like, common ones. I used to drink, not a lot. Like, I was never really addicted to drinking. But when I would party, I would get drunk, hammered, and, become a complete fool. And when I started reading more of the Bible, and, drunkenness is a sin. So I wanted to, honestly, just stop drinking. As I've gotten closer with the Lord, and the way I've changed my way I've looked at sin. So, for example, like, when it comes to alcohol, I have now complete disinterest in alcohol, ever. Like, I don't want to drink at all. Whereas before, I was comfortable, yeah, I'll drink. Now, I don't. I have complete disinterest. And what helped me a lot with getting to that point is when I would look at sin, I thought of it as, well, God, I'm basically, when I would sin, if I got drunk, I would basically be telling God, I do not believe that you could give me a better alternative than this right now. Once I started thinking of it like that, it almost hit me immediately. Like, wow, when I thought about it like that, I don't want to do it at all. Because I believe and I have faith that the Lord could give me something better. And it's helped so much with avoid just sins in general. One battle that I personally have struggled with for years, since middle school. I can't say it on YouTube, but it's blank hub. I've struggled with it, like I said, since middle school. And I'm not so addicted. Well, I wasn't so addicted to the point where it's like multiple times a day, every day. But it was, multiple times a week when I would, I needed to have it. And, once I thought about that line of thinking when it came to alcohol, I put that same line of thinking towards the hub. And I was praying about it one night because I wanted to stop. And I was praying to the Lord, because one day I want a partner, right? And I prayed about it, but after I prayed about it, it's almost like the Lord spoke to me, because it just hit me like, well, you want a partner, you first have to conquer this battle before you can get a partner. So I was like, all right, this day forward, I'm stopping. And don't get me wrong, it was hard. It's hard. And you have those, those urges to watch it. It just you want, but it helps by that line of thinking on, I feel like the Lord can't give me something better. It makes it so much easier. Because what is the alternative to the hub? Well, a loving partner. And I I have faith that the Lord will give me a loving partner if I could get rid of this battle that has this grasp on me. And I talk about this, even the same thing with pork. I used to love bacon. Now, again, same line of thinking, and it's weird how the Lord changes your body when you start to put more faith in Him. Because now when I look at sausage, pork, bacon, just the smell of it, instead of it makes me excited and hungry and want to eat it, I now get nauseous and almost repulsed by it. I don't want it at all. It's just so interesting on how the Lord just changes your body. And I talk about this because everyone struggles with addiction in some way, shape, or form. And I encourage you guys, if you are believers, to use that line of thinking towards your sin. Because sin is straying away from God. That's basically what sin is. Like when people think of hell, as some fiery place, hell is basically just eternal life without God. But to help us conquer these sins that we have, use that line of thinking, and you bring the Lord into your battle with addiction. And let's say you're not a believer, try to at least, because even when it comes to like still bring the Lord on top of your rehab and whatever you got to do, the modern medicine, but also bring the Lord in, because He'll help you. We have a loving Father that doesn't want us to sin, so He'll help us try not to sin if you just put faith in Him and let Him help you. And that's where I'm going to end this car talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.